Well, Mr. Winnie.
Mr. Mullins.
It's time for Beer Belly Reviews.
I am ready.
So if you're listening on the podcast, we should remind them that they can see us online. They can go to YouTube, they can go to our Facebook channel, and they can actually watch these distinguished gentlemen.
That's right.
Review beer.
Tasty beer.
Get a multi-dimensional experience.
That's right.
And this week we are reviewing Monday Night Brewing.
Because last week we didn't get a chance. The founders were a little bit late, got caught in traffic. So this week...
There's a backstory. So if you watched the interview last week and you haven't listened to the podcast, we actually had planned on reviewing beer with those guys at the brewery. But yeah, we just, marching band playing while we were recording.
Right.
The whole city of Atlanta was in gridlock traffic and they showed up late. So we didn't get to review their beer. So
This week,
we're reviewing these little pretty things right here.
Ah, yes. Oh, yeah.
Very excited. So I don't want to really talk about the brewery. You got to go back and watch last week or listen on the podcast if you haven't listened. So, Monday Night Brewing should need no introduction.
That's right.
But I do want to take a quick minute because we didn't show this last week. I want to talk about packaging. Because we talked a little bit about it.
We've talked about it in the past, I believe.
Yeah, these guys have really great packaging. This is one of the things that I've talked about many times on the show is all these packages, you can line them up next to each other. They're all the same brewery.
Exactly.
And that congruency, that consistency, I think is critical. Because
sure,
most of the consumers, when you're buying it in the store, most of the consumers will never go to the brewery. So this is how you introduce your brand to them, and this kind of consistency is great. I love the ties. There's a story behind it.
There is.
So, when you go back and you listen to that interview, there's really a lot to their branding, and these guys just knock it out of the park, don't they?
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's time to get serious and see if these beers live up to expectation.
All right.
First one we're drinking is an IPA. This is Slap Fight. Now, I want to tell you, Mr. Winnie, there's an interesting backstory to Slap Fight that we didn't even hear last week, so these guys didn't tell us.
Uh-oh.
Did a little digging. The tie that's on this can, you can actually buy this from them?
No.
The actual tie that's on here, you can buy the necktie. You can buy it on the website or you can buy it in the brewery. I didn't even realize. I found out today when I was looking some stuff up.
Nice.
Tell me how much you'd love to wear that necktie.
Yeah, that's pretty loud.
It is pretty loud. So let's have a drink.
All right.
I'm tired of talking about it. I want to drink it.
Talked enough?
We've talked enough.
Let's not keep these people waiting.
We have had IPAs on the show recently that didn't taste like IPAs, so it'll be interesting to see how this one fares. Oh, it just smells like a proper IPA.
Does? Excellent.
It smells floral. Just a little bit of cloud to it. Decent looking head.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm expecting when I reach for an IPA.
Smell a little bit of fruitiness in there.
A little bit of a tropical note.
I just want to taste it.
Well, let's taste it then.
All right, then.
Cheers. Oh my God, go buy this beer.
Oh yeah. That's very crisp.
That's so good. That is a really, really good beer.
It's not, it's very crisp.
It is crisp. It's clean, bitter, but not like
over the top. It's an IPA.
Yeah.
So you do get that bitterness, but
we've had multi IPAs that with no bitter at all. You know, so
right. Gotcha.
This finishes like it should.
Yeah. I'm not tasting much malt in this.
I need another taste.
All right.
To do this right. So it's bitter, but it's not over the top.
Not at all. No, it's not over the top in anything.
It's a little dry.
Yeah.
But not, it's just, that's an easy IPA.
Sure.
And it's delicious.
It is very delicious. Mm.
Yeah, if you've not had Slap Fight, you need to try it. It's very proper. It's delicious.
Really is. Yeah, that's good. Good beer.
Passes the test.
Yep. What is that?
Drafty Kilt.
Hold on. Stand by.
Oh.
5.8%.
Yes.
So it's not.
It's a drinkable beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the border though.
Then no, it's. We drank a 13.9% beer last week.
Yeah.
I don't really think the border is anywhere close to 5%.
That was only available in the tap room, right?
Yes.
And we had like a 6.
Although it did follow me home.
Yeah. It did have a 6-ounce.
And I had a designated driver, by the way.
That's right. Yeah.
That
was a good thing.
All right, Slap Fight's good. Next one up is Drafty Kilt. This is a Scotch Ale. It's a dark, malty, roasty, smoky beer.
Ooh. So quite a bit different than and this one's 7.2% ABV.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now this is the beer that got them on the map, right?
This is the one that really, and man, that is dark as night. Nice head on it. It's not like black like a porter or even a Guinness, really. It's, you hold it up to the light, it's a dark brown.
Yeah.
It's good looking beer. Very, very clear. It's not cloudy. Oh.
Woo. Very malty.
Malty and roasty.
Scotch ale. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's very malt forward.
You never picture an ale as being that dark, but
no.
I mean a brown ale.
But it's Scottish.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
That's true. Well, down the hatch.
Cheers.
Let's try this. Oh, that's...
Ooh. That is not an IPA.
It's not an IPA. So it tasted exactly like I thought it would in terms of flavor profile, just a little stronger in kind of every area,
Wow.
Strong maltiness.
In a good way, though.
Yeah. It's got a sweet finish.
Mm. Yeah, it really does.
And I need another drink. Oh,
that beer will get you in trouble.
I mean, this is it's a heavyweight, so we're into the 7%, 7.2.
Sure.
But it doesn't taste like it, does it? It's very smooth. Oh,
it's got just that slight tanginess at the end that you can tell there's something there. That's the malty sweetness at the beginning. It's very smooth, very light. I think for being such a dark beer, but.
It's funny. I drink a dark beer like this, and I smell that maltiness. I almost instantly expect to taste like the chocolate and the coffee on the back end.
Right.
But that's not what I'm tasting here. I'm tasting like roasted nuts, and
I'm tasting delicious beer.
Yes. Man, that is and you know what? It's funny that the finish on this is sweet, but it's not like candy sweet. It's
No.
It's just a little like, hey, I'm on the sweet profile. Not much, but I'm there. It's very drinkable.
There's the sweet profile, but at the end it just kind of goes away, and
Yeah, it's like it just fades real quick, like a little sweet, and then
you get this little sharpness at the end, and that's really good. I could have a couple of these. Yeah. Probably.
I mean, these guys, when we interviewed them last week, they talked about, their commitment to quality and, consistency.
Right. Just over the top. And quality control. It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get it. These guys are doing it right. All right. Last one.
All right.
You can finish later.
I will.
This little guy right here called Big Softy, a hazy wheat pale ale.
This is one I have not had.
I've not had it either. And I got to tell you, where did the hazy thing come from? Like, there's so much hazy stuff out there right now.
I don't know. It gives you that air of mystery.
Is it a buzzword, or is it an actual texture and flavor that people like? But it's like a couple years ago, there was nothing hazy, and now you go look on your, go to Kroger or go to your local liquor store. There's all kinds of hazy beers, hazy IPAs,
sure,
hazy wheat pale ales. I don't know what to take of it, but
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of gives you that vibe, that unfiltered vibe, like.
Is it what the cool kids are doing? Like, maybe that's why.
Hazy could be like a organic.
I know what it is. You know what it is? The whole hazy craze, it's on Instagram, which is why we don't understand it.
Is it really?
It's got to be.
I am not on Instagram, so.
I'm on Instagram. I don't know how to open it.
The gram.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is a gram. Well, let's quit talking about how uncool we are.
All right.
And see what a hazy wheat pale ale is all about.
Is there a reason that all your glasses say Guinness on them? I just noticed that.
I have a bunch of Guinness glasses. I don't know. Well, I'll be darned. It's hazy. Look at that. Is like hazy a cooler word than cloudy or
I guess
unfiltered?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, definitely cooler than cloudy. What is this? This is a 5.2. Well, yeah. This is the lowest ABV we've tried.
Yep. Man, it smells like a sweet, flowery IPA. Take a sniff.
Okay. Ooh. Wow.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hoppy. Like, not what I would expect from a wheat ale.
Hoppy, very little fruity, citrusy type of...
Yeah.
It smells good.
It does smell good. It's a really light colored beer. Like almost pale yellow.
True. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It smells good. It looks cloudy. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks hazy.
Hazy. I want to taste it.
I want to taste it too. Cheers.
Cheers.
So it doesn't drink like an IPA.
Not at all.
Wow, that's interesting.
I like it. It's not an IPA. It's a pale ale.
I know, but it smelled like an IPA. That was my point.
All right.
That is a very interesting beer in a good way. It's hop forward in the smell.
That is really
floral. But it finishes real smooth. It's not super bitter. And it's not sweet. It's really balanced.
It really is. I'm just trying to. I'm comparing it to the other two that we've had, and this.
It's like.
Good grief! That's a lot of flavor in that thing.
It's really almost good. Like an IPA and a Blue Moon made sweet, sweet love.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's like a blend between an IPA and a really mellow wheat ale. Mm-hmm. That's...
No, there's a lot more going on there than Jake was saying. But
yeah, my simple mind just can't wrap around it.
Right, it's just your simple mind. I'm saying it's really good.
It's delicious.
I've
never had this.
This is definitely, I think, it might be my favorite out of the group, I think. I mean, as far as just the complexity of the flavor, and it's so light, it doesn't...
Well, and the other thing, too, is when it gives you its first impression, you pour it out and you smell it, I would expect to taste an IPA afterwards. And what you get is this really smooth, really balanced, really elegant beer.
Right.
And it's delicious.
I like it.
You know what? I've never even heard of a hazy wheat pale ale. Have you?
I've had wheat.
I've had hazy IPAs. I've had
wheat ales, wheat beers, which is basically just foggy.
Just unfiltered.
Yeah, just unfiltered.
But
just
it sounds
beer.
cooler to say hazy.
Right. But this is way beyond that.
This is really, you're right. This is super complicated in its simplicity.
That's great, Jake. Super complicated in its simplicity.
Do you know how complicated it is to make something simple? Like, think about your smartphone, how simple it is for you to use the interface, the little buttons, but how complicated it is behind it. Like, that's what this is very simple and very straightforward, but yet so complicated at the same time. Like,
understood, yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Okay.
Is that bad?
Okay.
How about I just say it this way? For God's sake, go buy the beer. It's delicious.
I'm agreeing with that.
So if you're in Georgia, and they told us last week, which I didn't know, that they're in Tennessee.
Yeah. And
Georgia and Tennessee.
A couple other places.
Maybe parts of Alabama.
You'll have to listen to the show,
but if you can get access to this, try it. That is really, really good.
Big Softy.
You know, a lot of the craft beers that we drink on the show, I see myself drinking like a couple, and then it's like, okay, enough.
Right.
This one, like, this is all day by the pool type.
It really is.
It's like, I just drink this one until I'm ready to go to bed.
5.2. You're not, yeah.
That's, man.
It's good.
Great job, guys. We love it. So, thanks for tuning in. Are you okay there, Mr. Whitty?
I'm good. That was delicious.
Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you watch the video. If you're watching the video, you haven't listened to the podcast, just get your favorite podcasting app, search for Beer and Business, and have a listen. We'll, subscribe to us. It's not that bad, is it?
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's pretty good.
People need to send us some suggestions on beers to review.
Yeah, please. We'd love to hear some suggestions.
Yeah. We'll tear them apart.
Yes, we
maybe.
We'll drink them.
I don't
know that we'll tear them apart.
Yeah.
And if you're watching the video and you haven't listened to our podcast, we have a new event coming up in February 12th.
That's right.
Six Bridges Brewing. We're excited about that. So we hope you come out. If you don't know what the event is, go to the website, www.beer.business. You can listen to the podcast. We explain them on the podcast, but it's business networking at a brewery. It's pretty simple.
Awesome.
A lot of fun, and there's beer.
Oh, good beer.
Yes.
If we're there, the beer's probably pretty good.
Yes, because we are quite snobby about beer.
Beer snobs.
Never thought I'd say that.
No, I'm not going to call myself a beer snob.
I'll call you a beer snob because you are. And remember, always drink responsibly.
That's right.
Never drink and drive. Don't be a complete idiot. There's Uber, right?
I'm probably walking home.
And you live like there.
Yeah, maybe 300 yards. I think I can make it.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. What's this?
I don't know.